Today we will learn about energy. Our question of the day is, what are some forms of energy you know? Let's take a minute to review a little bit of middle school physical science. Energy is the ability to do work. It is measured in joules, denoted by a J. Joules is a metric unit, which means it can have a prefix attached to it. For example, a kilojoule is 1,000 joules. When we look at energy problems, we have two things we need to identify: the system, or the thing that you're looking at or studying, and the surroundings, which is everything else. The process by which energy from one to another is called work. So work tells us about the energy flow. Energy will always move from high to low. So if you have an area with a high concentration of energy, for example, a warm room, and you open the window, then the energy will travel from the warm room to the cold outside. So there's no such thing as letting the cold in, you actually let the heat out. The cold area is a result of the lack of heat energy. Remember, cold is the absence of heat energy. There are two ways that energy can move relative to the system. When energy exits the system you are looking at, the energy value will be considered negative. This is called exothermic. So exothermic means exits. Exo, exit. When work is done by the system, the amount of energy of the system will decrease. It will move to the surroundings. Once again, this movement is exothermic. Endothermic refers to when energy enters the system, creating a positive energy value. Endo, enter. When work is done on a system, the amount of energy of the system increases. The energy is absorbed from the surroundings. This means that the change is endothermic. Now, pause the video and try the show what you know questions. Okay, so if you're done, let's check your answers. First example, ice melting in a cooler. Well, if ice melts, that means that it's taking in energy so that it can go from a solid to a liquid. This reaction is endothermic. A car engine burning gasoline. Well, if you burn gasoline, you're releasing the energy. That means it's exothermic. Charging a phone battery. Well, the battery is taking in energy when it charges, so it's endothermic. Opening a window in your room on a cold winter day. Well, if it's cold outside, then the heat's going to have to leave your room. That's exothermic. You carry a heavy box. If you're carrying, that means you are performing work. The energy is leaving your body. So that's exothermic. A windmill spins from the wind. So the wind is working on the windmill. The windmill is taking in the energy from the wind. So that's endothermic. A toaster warming your Pop-Tart. If the Pop-Tart is being warmed, it's heating up, so you're adding energy. That's endothermic. a toaster warming the Pop-Tart? Well, the toaster is the thing that's providing the heat. It's exothermic. The sun shines brightly on a sunny day. So with the sun shining brightly, it's releasing the light. That means it's exothermic. Your body digests food. So in order to digest the food needs to take in energy to release the bonds. That's endothermic. You playing with a fidget spinner, you are acting on the fidget spinner. Therefore, you're exerting the force, you're giving off the energy, it's exothermic. Air forcing a stopper to pop out of a heated test tube. Well, since the air is exerting the force, it's doing the work, it's exothermic.